morning. I will not do the run-through, I will work on a few bits. We start with symphonic dances, and as I heard, some ask for something for the brass, which I would like to not ask. So if possible, I'm very sorry, this bar 194 that he has for forte piano for the brass, please no for me. I'm happy how it's written, so let's leave it 194, no forte piano for me. So it's just clear. I'm very sorry for changing, but just so it's... we start da capo. We start on the beginning. Good, fantastic. So exactly this entry, we have second and third horn now in piano. May I ask you a tiny bit more and still a bit shorter than now? Pa, 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 and still a tempo. The question to horns. 2 before 2, thank you so much. I would like these 2 bars so you can be exposed. Just one thing, because of the acoustic, your crotchet is too late. Because of the sounds of pa, pam, pa, pam. So always the crotchet, you need to anticipate more and a bit quicker, otherwise you're going to be too late. It's going to sound too late. And whenever we have the, after three, all of the strings, yum, takadee-dum, takadee-dum. I don't know if you have bar numbers or not. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. So 31 and 32, can we always find that it's kind of stretching? Takadee-dum, takadara. So every accent, every crochet needs to be more, needs to feel that it's growing in a sense. And then trumpet in 2, may I ask you to have a bit stronger accent, piri-pa, on the first 2 bars. And then third after 2, when we finally have an accent on 1 on the woodwinds, so we can actually show that it's finally on 1 and from on we go on. So it's kind of showing this. And sorry, one thing, and then we play it once again. 1, is there a way of having, I know we're a bit different tempo, but having more sound, more body in it, while still being as short as we are? So bum, bum, that is really core and enormously heavy sound, while still being short. Can I do once again da capo? Okay. Second, third chord even shorter in piano. Like it would be in Keile in Mozart. But now we skip to 4 before 9. 4 before 9. Just so it's exactly clear for everyone, 2 before 9, woodwinds and strings, we have mezzo forte, so it needs to be tiny bit subito. So a bit less, but the energy still stays there. Even if you play less, the energy needs to be there. And the brass, please, whenever you have 2 before 9, pa-pa, pa-pa, this needs to be active, otherwise you're getting too heavy and too slow. So 2 before 9, please, pa-pa-ram, pam-pa-ram, always anticipate. Same. Good. I'm sorry. Thank you so much for going with me. Is there a way that the fermatas, I believe that he writes the fermatas, so every time after the fermata, after the corona, we can be a tiny bit slower. But towards the fermata, we kind of stay, and always after fermata is slower. But if possible, is there a way that we can stay in this tempo? Or thank you. Can we please do then 89, please, 89. Repeat. 89. Good. Beautiful. Thank you for this. And especially when we start lento first clarinet, then you can actually slow in a bit. Then you can start a tiny bit slower, so we can have a bigger line. But before, thank you so much. Saxophone, may I ask you, whenever you have the perfect fourth, in the third bar of that is always with tiny bit of crescendo. The strings are having written like that. It needs to bring the hope. And then you take it away, like life is. And whenever we have the 11 bassoons, he writes very, very beautiful, because you have always diminuendo when you go higher. Is there a way of actually showing that you're that someone is forbidding you to speak? So it's not that comfortable as you're playing, because you're playing beautiful and it sounds easy. I don't want it to sound easy. I want it to sound that's a bit more espressivo. Can we please start again lento? Good, fantastic. And I will continue, but exactly this I will. And I know it's written piano for bassoons, but if you can think piano minus, especially in after 11, the third bar, where you're really on the highest limit, just to. I know it's piano, but you're playing fantastic, so I really would like to ask you this. Can we please go to 4 before 14? 4 before 14. Good. This always happens. May I ask you this upbeat to lead to the next bar? It's upbeat. It's not that to always show direction where we go. For violins, cello are gonna lead. And also, as I ask you in the opera run, may I ask the behind desk to lead so we don't have the tails. So when you're gonna read, the sound's gonna be much rounder and you're gonna be absolutely flawless instead. And please always think of a huge line. Don't get too sentimental, as I said yesterday. Public, they will get sentimental, but we need to think of really broad line. May I ask actually, 1 before 14. 1 before 14. Good. Thank you. I don't want this to sound hectic, and I think not to sound hectic. Whenever you have, especially in forte, please take care of the smallest notes. So they're not ta-ta-ta. You obviously didn't play like that, but take care of really the smaller notes, and then we can really have a bigger line. And please think that we have a bigger line to go. So I still need back of the cello and violas to lead. Always when you have octave lower, please lead a tiny bit more so we can fill the room with sound. Can I please ask 15? 15 directly. double basses and cello, may I ask you to do comma after every note? Play this crochet shorter. They need to be pom, 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 because they're going to bring the activeness to them. So you're leading, actually. In tempo primo 165, may I ask all of the accents that you're having to be a bit shorter, a bit more active. Violas, you're, I think, missing. There's a misprint. 166, you should have an accent. If it's not there, it should be on the long note, on the geese. It's because clarinet's having, so there should be also, in case you don't have it. So may I ask you, last time, a tempo più mosso. It's 154. Thank you for the articulation, fantastic. Is it possible to be less, but tiny bit going onwards? Like no one can see that we go onward. Pop, 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 pop. Exactly, with the line. Directly, 154. Good. Fantastic, thank you. Trumpets just want upbeat to 18, needs to be still in tempo because you're staying tiny bit behind. Pum, pum. So 218 really stay in tempo. Now we continue to Debussy, please. Could we please start 5 before 45? Good. Regular. 47, first flute, or actually flutes. 47, flutes, and Charlie, may I ask you to start crescendo sooner? And the crescendo can be really too forte, so we can have a subito always. Tira, do a small comma at the end so we don't fall in the wall, but you can start even crescendo sooner, so you can cover their bow change. So start sooner, so then you can really one-filled sound. May I ask you timpani, 1 before 46, your fortissimo, is it possible to coperto, to higher, like sooner? Because it's too boomy, otherwise it's... and 46 woodwinds, thank you for the tempo, a tempo playing, but please do more crescendo. So tira, and always do comma before so we can have a subito. So again, always constantly this emotional right. Can we do 45? Good. 4 before 49. I ask you, may I ask you first and seconds? That's the only change I would like to do. This diminuendo, to put it in brackets. 4 before 49. So you really stay forte, otherwise we disappear too quickly, and we don't have one line. So violas, you can enter a bit more in mezzo forte. So think of that cello will do diminuendo. We stay fortissimo. And what do you have first and seconds? Before 48, it is 4 and 3 bars. All the dots. Is it possible to have a bit more shorter and a bit filigrane? Like this. No, that's not a good place to start. After 47, fifth bar. Good. That's gonna be fantastic. And this, for me, it's a pirate theme. So tari, tari. Whenever you have crescendo horns, you can be a bit more pirate. You can do a bit more in the crescendo. What I would very much like to do is 3 before 51. 3 before 51. Good. Sorry, just before we continue, may I ask you, firstly, trumpets and horns. You have ta ra 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 ra. Don't diminuendo too quickly. Otherwise, there is a gap between giving of parts. So really, stay even forte, and the next group will slowly disappearing. So really, don't diminuendo too quickly. And cornets, may I ask you in your fortissimo to do the crescendo tiny bit later. So only the last note is a bit shown, and don't. Because the sound is very bright. Don't be too overpowering. Just like this. Same. 3 before 51. 3 before 51. Same. Okay, okay, good. Then it's going to be fantastic on the concert. I wish you a fantastic concert. Thank you so much.